The truth about working at a warehouse, working in a warehouse, goodness, warehouse. Hey, now that we got that out the way, my goodness. But working at a warehouse job, working in a plant, the truth about it, or some of the many truths, because there's a lot. And I was on YouTube and came across a couple videos talking about it, right? And the part that was wild to me was that, well, let's just start here. At my job, there were a couple of people that kind of told me, like, hey, this is how it is here. Be careful. Warn me of such things like the people, mainly the people, and how they operate, how they are. It's not good. Excuse me. The job isn't hard. It's the people. And I'm listening to these videos, and these are people that work totally different jobs, just a warehouse job in general. They're talking plant warehouse jobs in general. Well, their job, obviously, but it's in general for me because I don't work there. But it's the same things. People giving advice. Don't talk to anybody. Don't give any of your personal information. People are always out to get you. You never know who it is. That's why you always gotta be watching your back. It's the person that you least expect that's listening, and basically it all comes from a place of they gotta be threatened by you in some kind of way. Because if they weren't, they would why would they do whatever it is they do to put a target on your back, so to speak, and they don't know you from Steve. They don't know you from Adam. But it just blows my mind that all these warehouses and all these plants share the same issues. You know? Like, I came from a bank and financial background, right? And working those types of jobs is far different from coming back to a warehouse job. And like I said, the job, it is easy. My job is easy, but now it's difficult because I'm in this difficult situation, like I told you about in the write-up. But working at the warehouse, it blows my mind that it's the people that's the most difficult. Usually they say, people are hard to get along with. It's a melting pot. You got people coming in from every direction. When you leave out, you leave in different directions, most of the time for a reason. But while we're there for at least that minimum of 8 hours together, right, sharing that space, why is it in these warehouses that it seems to be a different level of work toxicity? Like, why is it that, like, the whole mind your own business, and then, like, if you don't, like, if it's, certain people are able to intermingle and mix, and, it can be done, but it's just like, it doesn't, or it can't. And one of the people were talking about how you can't even do that because it'll get used against you. Don't join their social media. Don't go out with them for drinks or have a bite to eat, any of that, because the littlest thing can be used against you when you least expect it, or you're thinking everything is good. You slip up and say something or show something, and they're putting this in people's faces and using it against you. Little do you know. And it's just sad. I'm sure this type of thing happens outside of the warehouse, like, work industry, but it's just like it's a known thing, and like I said, it's wild to me. I'm trying to refrain from saying it blows my mind, but it's just like, no matter where you're at, all the way from California to New York, if you're in a warehouse job or warehouse type, plant type environment for work, you can relate. You can relate to the drama. You can relate to the petty. You can relate to the sneaking and conniving and talking behind your back, and just everybody's in everybody's business and using it for things of no good. I haven't even talked to some jobs, right? I'm grateful, blessed. My job isn't that. It's a mental thing. Like I said, dealing with the people. It's not like we're dealing with huge parts and it's just so physically demanding and straining. But sometimes in other jobs, that is the case. It is a fast pace and it's more of a mental and what they want you to do. And I'm a hard worker, so my day to day and my work, because of my work ethic, it's a lot, and that's okay because I can do it. But I haven't even talked about like the actual physical work aspect of it, like others do, because usually it's a physical demanding job and it's a fast pace. You have to keep up, and a lot can fall on your shoulders if things are done the wrong way. I can relate to that in my job as well. It's a lot of computer stuff, a lot of tracking, a lot of tracing that you have to do. But the point is, we all can relate and we all know how these type of jobs are. And it just, like I said, it blew my mind because how it's like that, regardless of where you are. Like, is it because they're hiring predominantly the same type of people? I know my job is well diverse, and I honestly can say you might be able to have, you could have taken somebody's life and still work where I work at. It's just like as long as you're willing to come in and work, you pass the background check that just basically makes sure you're alive and breathing. And yeah, I'm not trying to be that petty. But yeah, these working in these warehouses is, it's a grind. It takes a certain type of person to be able to come in each and every day and do your job above and beyond, even in the midst of like, being written up for, no warning, and not even giving a fighter's chance. And just having to come in and deal with the stuff on a daily. I try my best not to. There were some days I just shut down. I cried a couple of days. And it's just, I don't want to change myself. I'm tired of conforming myself to the world. I'm not going to do that to the world. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be the blessing that God called me to be, the salt and light to the earth. And with that being said, just know you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. That's a little bit of the truth. I'll be diving into more on a day-to-day what it's like working in this warehouse. Don't you worry.